What's happening, dudes? This is just your friend, PlayStation Man here. For today, I'd like to reveal a game review. It is called Gang Up. Well, to tell you this, but this game is awesome. It's like the graffiti game called Gang Up. Forget about the game called like the one from Cool Spot instead, you know? Well, this game is awesome. Like, this guy called himself Train instead. Like, it tells you a true story about it. Well, this game is on PlayStation 2 already, but it's not on Xbox or anything like that. Art like this. Like the one from a book instead. Well, it has a book of it too. Well, to tell you, I've just made like a graphic book like this, like an axe. Or even more, as the one like Jigsaw instead, right here. Pretty cool, isn't it? Well, partner, let's put the game on the PlayStation 2 CD and let's get it done already. Well, for my next trick, this story goes between from Chicago or New York, but this just all started. This game has everything, like taking pictures of graffiti, doing graffiti, or doing a big graffiti instead. But this is pretty awesome. Let's try to put the game already, shall we? Well, this all starts like the music from the background instead. Well, this is just a solo kid who likes to do art from the high-rise building from the subway instead. Well, it all starts like, oh, you won't get caught by the police or the FCC instead, or whatever that means. Well, he wears like a jacket instead. And he puts these tag names, and the cooler thing is, you become as him instead. To score some big points, do graffiti instead.
He just used to be alive.
And also the story goes, you won't get caught by the police or anything like that. You can use weapons instead. Well, let's begin about this game. This game is like you can crawl on walls. Right here, you're trying to get rid of the one called Radius instead, because he's one of your own bullies instead. Well, to get revenge is to get revenge on anyone who gets in their way instead. In this game, you have to try to be like the king around the graffiti game in this one. Here he's trying to write the game, the guy named himself Toy, but what kind of silly name is that? One girl said his name is Toy instead.
Very cute.
Sometimes if you complete the chapter already right over here, you won't start the game all over. The only thing is you can continue, alright? And the 3 light bars right here is the red one means that's your life. The blue one is the lightning, is like your strength about fighting combats. And your third is doing your graffiti, the best thing ever. Well, try to be careful not to get hit by cars or trains or anything like that. That way you lose the game instead. And also, you can't even paint the graffiti so big instead, because you have to paint smaller in that side right here. But also, you can do whatever you want here, like the game called Grand Theft Auto, but this is not like Grand Theft Auto. And here it explains like there's a notebook right here to take pictures of it. Every level has one of these things too, like a digital camera. It's the one you can collect every graffiti thing you do is your notebook instead. Well, thank God he didn't lose his notebook because he was ganged up here. Right here, you just press triangle and you take the picture already, right here. And here's the bonus part, when you'll have to just do 8 parts right here to write everything down like a marker instead. Or trying to use grass instead. But I don't get the part when this is just like how people just do bad things like in real life. They do things like graffitis instead. And who's gonna pay?